What's going on, YouTube? So we back with another one. If you like what I'm doing here, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Either way, we'll keep going. We'll keep rocking. Um, like I said, civil discord in the comments, not so civil discord, but just know you'll be handled it appropriately, and I will always try my best to be respectful. Just please grant me the same in return. Okay. So we all know about the whole David Cooley, no Fugazi being exposed. And I know y'all probably tired of hearing me speak of this situation. But it's just a lot of examples that I can use. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that this whole situation just reeks, and I just hate that it's just so one-sided, right? It's just so one-sided. So I'm always going to root for the brothers. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I said in one of my previous videos, you know what I'm saying, we are the least protected. Yeah, I know, quote unquote, we supposed to be the protectors and the providers, but there, you know what I'm saying, our women barely got our backs. You get what I'm saying? They they blame us for everything. They blame us for Trump getting in or whatever. I voted for Trump, so I don't care. But 78% of black men voted for Trump, which was the dumbest thing ever, and it was just very scary. And like I said, I'm just here today to just point out the hypocrisy and some things that I want y'all to kind of pay attention to the next time y'all decide to flip on somebody, or I knew he wasn't this, that, and the third. So I've been doing my little investigation or whatever the case may be, like on some, to be honest with you, couldn't stand this show because I don't like Keita Rose, I think her name is, and I don't like Ace Metaphor, aka Derrick Jackson Jr. I don't like him. They're anti-red pill. We know they voted for Kamala. You know what I'm saying? We know they did. Wade even got Wade even got ass. You know what I'm saying? They're too far to the left for me. Too far to the left. Too much feminist. I mean, they do got one good person on the show, whatever the case may be, and it's like she's super dope. Like she's super duper dope. So they do got, like one good person over there. You know what I'm saying? And there's a dude over there, you know what I'm saying, he be saying stuff, but I don't really want to go off a subject too much. But listen, right? So so if you ever go to their YouTube channel, it's a bunch of shorts, no long form videos, right? Unless it's their live. I didn't check their live playlist. But if you go there, all their videos is short form. So which mean they took a bunch of sound bites and chopped them up. All these sound bites are very manipulative and deceptive. And all of one, and I found another one with Cooley in it. And what he said in his opinion. So I'm about to play it, and then I'm gonna stop it and pause it and break it down as we go. And I also want to show you why I agree. Why I agree with actually what he's saying. So even though they trying to be on bullshit and be deceptive and play on people's emotions, and basically just make him the super villain of the century, the next Diddy. I'm a listen. I got y'all, brothers, because I honestly believe that he is, a good brother. Let's get it.
The whole Me Too movement is innuendo. The whole Me Too movement is trying to destroy a man's character.
Do you think that the majority of people that's joining the Me Too movement are lying?
Generally.
Oh my God.
Generally.
So I'm an editor, and anybody that edit videos, I mean, it's common sense. I'm not saying y'all not intelligent. So you can see where he did that cut at. Like where he did that cut at. Like that cut. And then he was like, it fast forward. Cooley could have said all this stuff in between there. But it fast forward to Ace asking him directly. So you believe that majority of the women are lying.
I don't believe him.
Oh my God.
I don't believe him.
I'm sitting here praying that your daughter never has to come to you and tell you that something.
Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. So let's take it to, and I'm gonna let her cook up. Then I'm gonna let that extreme feminist, the one that got Cooley in trouble in the first place, when they cut up that soundbite, right? I was somebody that was essayed. But as a man, that doesn't count because it was a woman, right? It don't matter. But science proves that it takes the same emotional toll as it does to a woman, right? But I need to shake it off. I was getting the nook young, right? How many stories or situations where the woman is lying? Then to try to shame him and say, well, I hope your daughter never has to go through this. First of all, let's take it to the whole my body, my choice thing, right? All the women, majority of the women that's arguing for the right to be able, in every state and everywhere, anytime you want to be able to delete an unborn child, is not a victim of SA, incest, or whatever have you, or high risk. Majority of the women arguing for it is women that quote unquote, oh, I was too young, but you wasn't too young to ride the cock carousel without protection. It just wasn't time for me to have it, but it was time for you to have sex in the first place. But none of them, all them things that you did or whatever, there was a prerequisite. It was stuff before you got there. So all the women that's arguing just wants to use this as a contraceptive. But then we have women or whatever. Me Too. We're not talking about, we're talking about the Me Too movement. How many times women have used that exact lie to get a bag? Why don't most of the women tell the cops? If you ever notice, if it's somebody famous, it's a civil suit. We've been in this believe all women economy world for the past since I've been born. And his personal opinion is not to believe them. Like I said, he could have said so much stuff in between that. So his personal opinion could be, it's not about believing them. It's about doing some type of research first, because I'm going to also show y'all 3 different examples, and there's way more, but this video would be too long, and I just want to prove a point, and I want to talk about the deception and how how this specific freaking channel tears up the black male ethnic image, and how we are so easily convinced that somebody, just because quote unquote they're not living the life that they are quote unquote preaching, that make everything they ever said was wrong, that makes them whack, sell out, all that other stuff or whatever. These people literally set out to destroy him. It didn't matter whether he's black or not, because if that was the case, they are very disingenuous. And that's why I said in my previous video, you should never pull up to the ops, because these are the ops. They will do anything for money or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? H Metaphor is a modern day Derrick Jackson loser. And if I was that type of dude and I was out there, I would purposely seek out his woman and take her and show her what a real man is.
Something has happened to her and need proof, or need you to say, well, I don't believe you, generally because you're speaking about women and you have one, is so astonishing to me. As a girl dad, I can't fathom it.
And the rhetoric that you're speaking of is so dangerous. It's so...
She is clearly a feminist, but on that show, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? The men are pandering simps, and the women are feminists.
Ignorant. There are people out here that are going through that are 1 foot away from jumping off of the next bridge because of people like you. There are women that are prepared to walk in.
And he's laughing, and she's about to expand on that, or whatever the case would be, to play into people's emotions, to make him once again the biggest supervillain the world has ever seen. He's smirking because that's an extreme. And all the people all the women, all the feminists, my body, my choice women, they are the same women. Majority of them was not put through essay, incest, things of that nature, or at high risk or whatever, always go to the extreme. That's why he's smirking. So now I'm the reason why countless women, as if the world knows who David Cooley is, are deleting themselves because they were essayed and nobody believed them.
Into any police station and tell somebody what happened to them, and then they hear the callous demeanor of a person like you that's sitting over there with this ridiculous smirk on your face like something is funny when we're talking about the abuse of a woman, and you still sit there so callous, so disrespectful, because you're looking for your time to interject. You got something that you want to say right now, because you're not here for understanding. You are here to satisfy your own ego, and you're here to spread this ridiculous, toxic message to whoever is willing to see it and agree with you.
In regards to everything that you said, you're false, you're wrong. It doesn't make sense. It's not anything that I embody, so that is false. But anyways.
Exactly. And you see, once again, it goes off that sound clip doesn't let him cook, because I know he cooked. So I don't know if he knows this or whatever the case may be. Like I said, my time with him was very short. I didn't see none of this until afterwards, but our conversation was very short. But I can tell you, especially as a man in a content creation spot, he needs to be going through their content with a fine comb, debunking everything and everything that they talked about. But I promised, I want to give y'all the examples that I promised. And this is never to disrespect. It's never to disrespect any of my women or whatever the case may be. Like, I love y'all to death. I have 7 sisters. Too many nieces and nephews. 2 stepdaughters. So this is just me once again protecting our brother, because we need more of this. Let's get it, let's go.
A former girlfriend accused him of carving an X into her chest with a box cutter, but now she's the one facing jail time. The arrest of a 19-year-old woman today comes after we first shared the story of Christopher Prokopia and how a selfie saved him from possibly going to prison. Tony Plahetsky has an update on how police have now charged her with lying about the whole thing.
Christopher Prokopia knows what it's like to be accused of a crime he didn't commit.
It was terrible. It was heartbreaking.
That's one story. And I have the stories closer and closer as we go along. So that way, you know, so this was 5 years ago. So that's 5 years ago.
Well, this story is almost just as wild as that one. This woman from South Dakota traveled to Tampa Bay to cheat on her husband, but wound up facing criminal charges. That's because Renee Skoglund filed a false police report while she was here, and you won't believe what she claimed in that report and why she did it. Fox 13's Gloria Gomez shows us how her trail of lies landed her in front of a judge.
Do you have any questions? Your Honor, if we could request from the court.
South Dakota resident Renee Skoglund is far from home and in legal hot water that even surprised the judge.
This is really unbelievable.
Skoglund's trail of lies started on March 8th of 2023, when she decided to come to Tampa Bay and cheat on her husband.
That she had had consensual sexual intercourse with an individual while in Hillsborough County, that she felt guilty about this due to her marital status, and she wanted to get checked for sexual transmitted diseases.
But she wanted to get tested for free, so she decided to lie again and call 911.
I'm sorry.
That's two examples of women lying. The other one I didn't let y'all see the rest of, but she also claimed that she was SA raped. Let's turn up a notch and give y'all a more recent one. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, and listen to this.
Congratulations, you just bought a new house. Man, it's time to celebrate. The house cost you $500,000 and it's brand new. You invite your friend over who's a police officer, and it's time to celebrate. While you guys are hanging out enjoying the pool, you get a knock on the door. You go and check out the door, and who is it? It's a beautiful white woman with cupcakes. She's like, "Can I come in?" Now stop the show. Remember, it's you and your partner there, and it's a little weird having some lady come in there, especially she's your neighbor, and she's also white, but you're not tripping. Let her come on in there in the first place, all right? She comes in there, she's friendly with your friend. In fact, you've been clapping her cheeks before, and you guys want to make a suggestion that you want to get a little ditty with her right now. Everything goes well. You enjoy yourself with her all throughout the house, booty clapping sounds all night. But I didn't tell you that your life is getting ready to be over, because what's going to happen next is going to be terrible for you and your friend. Now, this sounds like it could never happen, but in fact it did. This is the case of our guy, Mr. John Marks. He's 41 years old. He bought the house. His friend is named Freddie Douglas. The lady in question, Amanda Zarinski, however the hell you pronounce her name. So all of these people are the players in this situation. And basically, after this happened about a week and a half later, now this woman is still married. What she did was she filed a police report, and she said that these guys raped her and that they forced her to do certain acts, you know, drinking liquor and all of that. Booty clapping sounds.
And the lie detector determined that was a lie. So in all three of those situations, I gave you three. I can give you way more, but to me that's a little bit insensitive, because there are women that unfortunately that this happened to, and guys, but we're keeping it on women. So to have a thought that it could possibly be untrue is a natural feeling. You're going to feel that way, especially with the atmosphere. And it's been shown over years how many times women, they use that as a, like, they will lie. They get themselves out of trouble to obviously get free exams. Like they will lie. And we can say, as far as any other man that was on the other side of the lie put themselves in a situation, but that's not the point. The point is that they were lied on. And it's very disingenuous for tonight's conversation to once again make this man seem like the villain of the century. And we're so easily influenced by this evil I'm probably a little extreme, by this evil show, you know what I'm saying, flipping the narrative and once again tearing down just the image of black creators or whatever the case may be. And y'all gotta read between the lines, man. Just don't jump off the roof. Like, read the room, man. Read between the lines. Listen, if you like them during, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let me get a thumbs down. Evil way, we gonna keep going. Evil, we gonna keep rocking. I said civil discord in the comments, not so civil. And just just try to be respectful. We can agree, like we can disagree. Just try to be respectful. But let me know, is it, like, be honest. Let me know in the comment section, is it hard to believe a woman, especially when there's so many different examples of a woman lying about being SA'd and raped? Also, let me know if you a fella, and ladies, y'all would like to know, like, do y'all value that show? Do y'all watch that show? Do y'all believe in the things that they say? Because I did actually find a good clip. And yeah, he was cooking. Not Ace though. Not Ace. Catch y'all in the next one. If y'all made it this far, please make sure you like and sub, and I truly appreciate you, and I will catch you on the next one. Any information should be in the description.